Welcome back to the Iron Game Tailgate Show at the 2025 Rogue Invitational here in Aberdeen, Scotland. I'm your host, Zack Telander, and I am joined by Peter White and Jerry Pritchett. Now, we're halfway through day 2 of the event so far, and things are getting a little bit crazy, so we're going to talk about all that stuff with you guys right now. What do you guys think of the competition so far? I actually want to go with CrossFit first with you, Peter.
Yeah, pretty crazy. I mean, we had our pegboard, rowing and benching workout, body weight bench, which is, something that we haven't seen in CrossFit really. And yeah, I mean, it just turned electric. First heat of women, you were kind of thinking, wow, maybe this is too difficult, maybe it's too much. But after the second heat of women kicked off, it just went electric, and it kept going right the way through the guys then.
Yeah, it was an exciting. We didn't expect it to be that exciting of a workout, and it just ended up being pretty cool.
How did the bench press affect that? Being a little different for what you guys normally do.
I would say it was almost irrelevant.
Yeah.
And same with the rowing. It really came down to just the pegboard. I mean, you saw the people who did well were just amazing at the pegboard. One swooped through. The guys who were, under pressure and holding on to the pegs a little bit longer, they're the ones who struggled no matter how fast they were on the other implements. So, I think it really was good.
Jerry, what did you think about the strong men and women so far?
It was good. Some really good performances. You could definitely tell they're a little beat up from yesterday. If that would have been a first event yesterday, we would have saw a lot more reps and a lot more get through it. So it was a battle. But the women, I think we had 3. I think we had Andrea, AJ, and Olga tie. So we all broke them down with split times. And Nez crushed it. She was way out front. I think she did like 8 reps total. And then on the men's, we had a good battle at the end with Trey and Hooper. They ended up tying on reps, but Trey beat him on time, on split time. So Trey's kept his lead here and kind of kept Hooper at bay, which is what he has to do today.
Well, we're going to take a look at some of the CrossFit women's stuff here. You can see there Alex Kazan on the rower. Peter, she was in the lead for a little bit before.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, just Laura absolutely honed everyone in this. Once she got on the pegboard, rock climbing background, she just excelled, and nobody could catch her. Her lead just got bigger and bigger and bigger. She was smiling, baying to the crowd. She loved it. They loved it. It was just fantastic to watch.
Yeah, she's just known for just owning most CrossFit events, but also Rogue Invitational as well. And obviously, you can see her at the #1 spot, but there's definitely some movement here. Some people dropped down, some people popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah, and we got Emma Tall is out, so she's withdrawn from the event. And then we've got Laura, Alex, and Danny, but there's not too big of a gap down to Emma and Ariel as well. And Lucy Campbell's kind of fighting at their heels too.
You can see actually some movement there with Danny popping down a spot, and then Alex as well. We're going to move on to the men's so far.
Yeah, similar story. I mean, you had guys come out on the bench. Colton was the first off the bench back to the pegboard, and then the last off the pegboard. So again, it just really showed the importance of the pegboard. Jason, after he absolutely dominated this, said that he basically listened to James Sprague, who listened to Brent Fikowski on how to do the pegboard, and that's how he won the event.
Yeah, I mean, he needed this one.
Big time.
Yeah, and he's up all the way up to 6th place, and I think Medeiros is down now. He dropped off of that first spot, and Jay Crouch popped up into the #1 spot.
Yeah, Jay, I think the only thing missing from Jay, his missing ingredient is just raw, unbridled energy. If he gets that, he's just so dangerous. And I think, the rest of the events for the rest of the day seem to suit him too.
I'm still pulling for my boy Patrick Vellner, man. The old guys, we need something.
Yeah, it's hard to be nostalgic while they're still competing, though. You need to move on, buddy.
Yeah. All right, we're going to move on to the strong women category next. What are the stories here, Jerry?
So Inez came out and crushed it, which we knew she would, and she had to get back ahead of Olga. And once she got to this axle bar with the globes on it, I mean, watch this press. Just snap through. 235 pounds, just like it was nothing.
And her overhead, it's like her thing, yeah?
Yeah, it's so good. And Olga, his overhead was snapping through very well too, but just not quite the caliber as Inez. And then we had 3 women tie. We had to split them on split times. We had Olga, Andrea, and AJ. And that's kind of the way it shakes down. Inez has put herself out front a little bit by 1.5 points, but she can't let off the throttle because Olga is going to be right on her heels, especially with this next event, because Olga's very athletic, so she's going to move well on this power drive medley.
Yeah, and Inez had a pretty rough beginning to yesterday, and we all pegged her as the winner, or we thought she was going to win and do a lot better today.
Just a little hiccup on power. She was running with the duck walk, and it just kind of got away from her. It's almost, when you're running the ragged edge, you always run that risk, and it just kind of got away from her, and she fell over. She rolled the ankle, which is not helping today, but didn't affect the press. Maybe the power drive, but she's back strong, and I think she's going to keep pushing hard.
Well, let's move on to Strongman, and I really want to talk about this one because we thought Mitchell Hooper would make some sort of a comeback today, but really looks like Trey is making his stand.
Yeah, Trey made a statement. He is here to take this show, and he's pushing Hooper. So they had a great battle. Hooper was ahead of him after the kettlebell and the dumbbell. He was first to the axle, first up with the first rep, and then Trey got there and caught him. And Trey's presses were so easy on that axle that he got ahead of Hooper, so they tied on reps, but Trey won on time.
And looks like he's pulling away here
and now he's extended his lead a little bit. He's doing what he has to do. He just got to keep either stay ahead of Hooper or right behind him. He can't get any separation.
Yeah, and he can't let any space between them.
Yeah, can't get anybody between them. And the next one is going to be, because Hooper is very athletic, so his power drive is going to be is probably his best hope of getting back in this, because he can't rely on the stones, because Trey's probably the best here on stones without tacky.
Yeah. So what are you predictions for the Strongman and Strongwomen going forward for the rest of today? Because it's over today. We have a champion.
This is it tonight. Yeah, tonight we're going to wrap this up. I mean, the way it's looking, I think Inez is going to dominate the women. I don't think she's going to let off. And then same thing with Trey. If we had a frame or a farmer's walk, this would be a different story.
Right.
Unfortunately, Trey would be out
but
of
it's stones coming. And
well, we've got power drive where they're going to push the snail and then pull a sled.
Yep.
Trey's really good at that.
Dogfight, though, man.
I mean, he might not move as fast on a push as Hooper, but he'll do really well on the arm over arm. So it's gonna be another fun battle to watch.
Is 5 points too much with 2 events to go for Hooper to pull it back?
Was 3.5? Or?
It's 3.5. Yeah, it's only 3.5. So I mean, it's definitely doable.
Okay.
What Hooper needs now is he needs to come out and potentially win this next event, or at least be ahead of Trey and get a couple guys between him.
It can't just be 1-2, 1-2, right?
Yeah. No, if Trey comes in behind him, he only gains a point on him. So he's got to get a couple guys between him to try to gain anything, which it could happen. I mean, that's not a lot of points.
Yeah.
Peter, predictions in women's CrossFit.
I mean, we've got the duel next, which is going to just be electric. We're going to have these sprints, and it's basically just going to come down to who can hang on the longest and keep enough points to keep distance. You mentioned Danny slipping down a little bit. Historically, she's really good at the duel. So it's a short, fast sprint, athleticism. She's all of those things. So it'll be interesting to see can she make up some ground on the people ahead of her.
Yeah, especially Laura. And then on the men's side,
I mean, basically the same story. It's just because you have the way the heats work and the knockouts, and you have this sort of bracket system that runs up to the end. Right. It's like, can you hold on long enough?
Hopper's notoriously good at.
Yeah.
And he's in 6th. I mean, a lot can happen, right? If he wins again,
I mean, in years past also, we've seen issues of people have like maybe a small malfunction with a piece of equipment, or they misgrip something, or like if they drop a sandbag, if they bump into something, if they wobble, it costs them not just time in that heat, but they're now out of the competition and the gap widens to the people ahead of them who are continuing on. Yeah. So there is an element of they have to push it and they have to risk and go full pedal to the metal. But then it's like, okay, if you mess that up now, what are you costing yourself? Like, you can't hold back, but go too hard and, it could be over.
That is the midday wrap for you guys. We still got a lot of action today and tomorrow for the CrossFit event. Strongmen and Strongwomen, we're going to have a champion. So stay tuned. Keep watching. We'll see you guys around.